Tonight's episode is brought to you by the Be Real Podcast Network. For more episodes like this, go to BREELnetwork.com. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Movie Guys Podcast. My name is
I see
Jordan.
what you
Long
did
here
there.
with Eric and Ed. How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, now I get it.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
It was like, wait, and then it hit. I'm on board. I'm wonderful.
Tonight, you're wonderful.
I guess.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
well,
this
I
episode's
pretty much
wonderful, and we're all wonderful.
said what you said. I think, right?
Way to shit the bed there, Eric.
Yeah, that was real bad,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. Well, of course, tonight we're talking about Wonder Woman. I was really hyped to see this movie. I've been excited for a year to see it. I finally saw it tonight with my wife. She really enjoyed it. She talked all the way home about how much she loved it. So we're gonna get into it here. But yeah, no, I'm excited to talk about this one. My theater experience with this one was different than normal. I actually had a half-packed house. How about you guys? Was there a lot of people going to see this movie?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I had a pretty packed house. My seats were, you know how there's that front section in front of the screen usually, and then there's the walkway behind it, and then there's the regular stadium seating. For bigger theaters or I guess more commercial theaters, that's just kind of be the standard now. I was in the back row of that front part, and I like it. I like that spot. Like not often, do I get that spot, or do when I go with someone who would sit in that spot with me, I like that spot. I like being close. I want the thing, but not too close. Like just enough to where it consumes most of my peripheral vision. And yeah, and it was great. I had all to myself. It was stretched my legs out, reclining seats. It was fantastic. I mean, the whole audience behind me, whole city behind me. Yeah, so I had a pretty good. It was people cheered. It was great, man. People got hyped for the movie. It was great.
I think I was one of the few people in the world who saw this movie in a pretty empty theater. I went with one of my bros, so it was a little weird. Like two bros were going to see Wonder Woman, but
Not really.
Did you hold hands or something, or?
we played with each other's wieners.
Oh well, I mean,
Yeah. But anyway,
I guess cause for alarm there.
Hey, people do what they do. It is not my business to judge or say.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past that movie theater in Pennsylvania, by the way, either for those types of shenanigans.
The floors are extra sticky.
It seems like that theater or it looks like a theater that Paul Rubens would get caught at or something.
That is wonderful.
It does, like the pages peeling off the bricks kind of thing.
That theater is so shitty that we actually snuck beer into that theater.
We did sneak beer into that theater.
It was ridiculous, but
Lost
anyway.
a shoe.
No, we
Still stuck
yeah.
to the
I
floor
mean,
to this day.
listen, every theater in the world's had beer snuck into it. All right.
Sometimes Jaeger too.
Yeah. I mean, I've had the liberty of sneaking Taco Bell into that theater
It
before
was
too.
a hot dog and Jaeger, and yes, it was Spy Kids 3D
Nice.
Wow.
for the second time.
Jeez. You either really like that movie or
I
you're really
live rough,
lonely.
brother. Like it's right there. But that was my theater experience, and that was yours, I guess, right? I mean,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean there was maybe 10 people, including me, in the theater.
I had a lively bunch, and it makes it. I enjoy it. I enjoy when the crowd gets into it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I didn't have a crowd that was too much into it. But boy, like I said, beginning, I was hyped because I was really excited to see a Wonder Woman movie because, and yes, I'm showing my hand 1,000 times. I have not seen a really good, strong female lead in a movie since Aliens. But then we got Rogue One that came out, which that female lead was very, very strong. So I was excited to see what Hollywood was going to do.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters, yeah, but yeah, you know what? Yes, you're right. Ghostbusters, the newest one, was a great female cast on that one too. So that's what I wanted to get into before we get into the nuts and bolts of the movie. was it's amazing to see that now finally we're getting these movies where we have very strong female characters and female leading roles. And my wife's made this comment, and it's very true. She can't tell me the last time she saw a movie where the main female character was getting beat up, but also kicking ass as well. I mean, like physically punched in the face, not shot at, like punched, like just hardcore fighting. You know what I mean?
Resident Evil.
Really though? I
I
mean, not like Wonder Woman.
I mean, I'm not trying to argue with you. I mean, I think it's great that we have, strong female characters, and I'm only using the pronoun female because we're old school redneck backwards people here. But, um, we're realistically, I mean, it's been the last 2 years or so. Actresses have sort of really started to take over, and it's good to see strong female actors, start to have a prominence in Hollywood. There's been a long time where you the the beautiful young woman would get all these awesome roles, and then she'd be known, and then she got a little old and nobody would cast her in those same roles anymore, and then she got even older, and she between the ages basically of 40 and 35 to 55 she couldn't work, and then she got to be 60, 55, 60, and she was the mother grandmother role. So now you're getting strong female characters that aren't just the pretty love interest in a movie.
Fast and Furious is an example of that. They have a lot of females kicking ass in there.
Well, ironically,
Second
it's the
half of
same
sequence.
actress.
There you go.
Yes, it is the same actress.
And who was the other MMA fighter? Gina Hay, is that her name? Gina Hay. Ugh. Oh, Gina.
I don't. I
Gina Carano, is that her name?
oh.
Yep, that's her. Gina. Oh, yes, sir. That's her. All right. Gina Carano. I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, she was on American Gladiators. That's how when people first discovered. That's how I first discovered the remake Hulk Hogan version. And I remember just like she's hot. She's a hot gladiator, and she's fucking fit, and she looks hot, and it looks great. And so she's been in Fast and Furious, kicking ass there too, and she's been in a few other movies that have some beat 'em ups too. So yeah, it's coming.
Also what
coming back.
also what I like too is that they didn't sex her up. I'm like they could have gone down that.
They kept it
path
classy.
too,
I think it wasn't like overly.
classy,
It wasn't
yeah.
overly sexy. It seemed to be a little bit more kind of almost like a barbaric kind of. I mean, like they had it was she was equipped, like it
Yeah,
looked like an
yeah,
Amazonian
absolutely.
where it wasn't revealing and it was just like built for battle. It was dope. Listen, she looked awesome. She kicked ass. The strong female role, I'm on board. Like they did it right here too. The way that they did everything, really, just I enjoyed
And guess
it
what
too.
this proves? This proves that DC can make a good movie that's not Batman.
Or this proves that Zack Snyder really sucks at making movies.
Well, we'll see
Well,
what
there's
Justice
that.
League happens because this is kind of off subject, but not really. Then we'll get into Wonder Woman. I'll review Wonder Woman. But did you guys hear the news about Zack Snyder on the set of Justice League?
No.
One of his children, I believe, committed suicide.
Holy
Oh my
shit.
God.
And I think before they started principal photography or during the filming of the movie, because Justice League is coming out this November, of this year. So he pulled out of the film. He's still credited as the director, but it's kind of like a Poltergeist situation, where they said Toby Hooper directed it, but Steven Spielberg came in.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's going on with Justice League. So your theory could be right on that, Eric. Justice League could be really freaking good since Zack Snyder had a personal issue and he didn't even finish the movie.
We'll see how she goes then. But either way, we're talking about this one directed by Patty Jenkins.
Yes,
Ooh.
which I just realized that she directed Monster, which is one of my top 50 greatest films of all time. So I'm excited that she did this.
She also now holds the record for highest opening female director at $103 million for opening domestic weekend.
Really, she's the highest female director. Really, great.
Yep.
Well, right now this
Above whoever the fuck directed 50 Shades of Grey.
All 50 Shades of Grey was on there. Oh, that's right. It was
Yeah,
directed
they
by a
they
woman,
won like
wasn't it?
Well, what about
they had
Hurt
like
Locker? Hurt
85.
Locker had a big opening.
And we're talking about highest grossing weekend, and I'm sure Hurt Locker's up there for a female director. I'm sure it is, but also Hurt Locker I think was a slow. Didn't have hype, didn't have press behind it, but I think that was
It was
a
definitely a sleeper hit.
yeah. But
So,
yeah, either way,
yeah.
she gets it. 103 million opening domestic weekend, and rightfully so. It just, I think the casting is fantastic. Gal Gadot
Yes,
is now fantastically my Wonder Woman from here on out.
absolutely. She is a great Wonder
All
Woman,
respect to
and
Miss
this is the
Carter
plot.
there. Yeah.
The plot of Wonder Woman is, I'm going to kind of fuck this up a little bit, but this is the gist of it. So this all has to deal with Greek mythology, which I didn't know because I am not a Wonder Woman. Like, I'm not going to say I'm not a fan because I'm a fan of the movie, but I don't know the history of the comic. So I had no idea that they were going to talk about Greek gods. But pretty much what happens is that Zeus had an issue with Ares, and because Zeus created men, and Ares is like, hey, these guys are stupid. So in order to protect the Amazonian women, they're on this island. And all of a sudden, World War I happens. A plane crashes, and then we get introduced to Diana. And she gets thrown into a world of her trying to figure out who she is, who she came from in a way, because there's mysteries behind her, and also dealing with the fact that she's learning how to love.
Mm-hmm. She ain't never seen a man
Um,
before.
No, never seen a man, and she handled it very well when he was naked. And I think every single one of us would have said when she saw us naked,
Well,
we would have said above average.
He's above average.
Well, I mean, it's
Above
Chris
average.
Pine, and he's one handsome bitch.
I think the movie I like that they kind of played off of itself a little bit, fully knowing that there's two gorgeous people playing these roles here. So I think that they kind of were very self-aware with the above average thing, or the comment that the secretary made when they put glasses on Wonder Woman, on Diana there. And then she's like, "Oh
She
yeah,
was,
because like glasses aren't going to make her the most beautiful woman in the world."
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
She was objectively beautiful. I mean, hands down.
Stunning, really.
Oh yeah, she's gorgeous. And see, that's the thing too that I liked, and I brought up a second ago, how they didn't sex her up. They could have. I mean, like they could
No,
have
they
really
made her
made her
badass,
very
man. They made
revealing.
all those women badasses.
Yeah, they made them all freaking badasses, which was great. But so to get into the movie, this movie is kind of two movies in one for me, and movies that I've seen over the years. I don't know what you guys think of this, but this movie, to me, is a mixture of Batman Begins and Captain America, the First Avenger, where you get Wonder Woman Begins, essentially,
The origin,
and then it turns into this, the origin, and then you get into this World War epic that turns into beautiful fights, beautiful cinematography, and that's where I compare it to with Captain America. What do you guys think? I mean, like, do you guys think that this movie is? Do you think Wonder Woman is definitely cherry picking on what has been successful in previous superhero movies, or do you think they're trying a whole new thing?
I mean, I don't want to say cherry picking, but there's a clear, formula for success. Marvel's shown it.
It's superhero,
and
man.
I think
Superhero timeline,
yeah, I mean, me personally, I thought more of this movie as basically a comic book come to life because it's real campy, but like not overly campy.
No,
Like,
the
it at
fight
least
scenes
works.
were really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really liked them a lot. Like the way that they did the slow mo, the way that they did the what I've known to be as wire fu, worked very well for the Amazons. It was very believable. You could, it's seeing that all you saw them and on the island was just they were just battle ready always. So for them to do these amazing feats, and obviously because they're a little bit more divine than the regular human, it just it's very believable, which is awesome that they're just kick ass, and it's so sweet. I liked it a lot, and especially um, her spirit, like when she's just like, no, fuck this, we're here to fight them, let's go,
Yeah.
and people are just like, no, little lady, you shouldn't do that. She's like, no, fuck you, and just jumps in and just takes charge. Oh, what a badass! Save me.
See now, I have a question for you. Because again, I don't know much about Wonder Woman. Can she never die until? Well, I mean, like, I'm sorry, bad word. Let me reverse. Does she never grow old? Is that the thing? That she'll never grow old, but if somebody shoots her in the head, she's dead, right? I mean, like, it's
Well,
because
just based on the movie, like they've been there for thousands upon thousands of years, and Diana was a god, so gods don't really die unless they're killed. Plus, they're from a mythology standpoint, they age much more slowly.
I'm pretty sure it's her bracelet, so I'm gonna look it up.
is that it? Because I was just
Here,
confused because it's
if-
like when you have her mom, the queen, like does she age? Does she die? I don't know. I don't get it.
Oh no, they're around, man. I mean that's Zeus. Those are Zeus's bitches. Like ain't nobody touching
He's got a
them.
nice harem.
Yeah, like you kidding me?
If you think about it,
says
Zeus
here-
fucked a lot of women.
Well,
Yeah, of course he
yeah. Sometimes he turned into a bull and fuck
Like-
him.
Like,
That's
how many kids does Zeus have with like mortals and other gods?
I mean,
A lot.
as it pertains in the DC comic world, or
Well, no. I mean, like, I'm getting off subject now, but like, okay, let's just say,
well,
a comic.
Hercules is in
Yeah.
DC. He's also in
Her-
Marvel though.
Well, Hercules is you can't say that he's a comic book character because he's a Greek mythology character.
Well, he's a comic book character.
Yeah, I mean, but they've turned him into one, and he's basically fair game for either side.
I'm good to see my man Hercules getting work, man. You got to rebrand yourself sometimes. Find new outlets. Diversify.
Yeah, because I was just wondering. Because I was not shocked. I was just left wondering.
It looks like
Is it because
they're
she's
bracelets.
a god? It's okay.
It,
Okay, so the
it's-
bracelets.
If you're able to take them away, then she goes into an uncontrollable rage, and the modern Wonder Woman had no specifically called out weakness. She's just. But if you were able to bound her bracelets together, she'd lose all her powers.
Okay, fair enough. So we always talk
I know.
about what we like and what we don't like. What I don't like about this movie is how she gets her traditional Wonder Woman outfit. She jumps into a castle. She gets the lasso of truth, and she gets the God Killer sword. And then she's like, "Hey, that red and blue outfit looks great." Like, whose red and blue outfit was that? Was that her mom's? I don't know. I mean, like, I like the fact that they gave her, the crown, the one-woman crown, because they had a story to it. But I would like to argue that the red and blue outfit is a little bit more iconic than the fucking crown. Wouldn't you think that they would spend more time talking about the outfit? And the
You're
fucking crown?
upgrading the look a little bit more. For those that don't know, again, the movie starts out with them on the island. There's a plane. Chris Pine crashes into their hidden island. They meet this man. The threat comes in, and it's all this.
You would think he'd be the luckiest man ever because he just landed on an island of Amazonian women who haven't seen
Yeah.
a man in
But
thousands of
he was
years.
being chased by
Right.
Germans, and the Germans chased him right into this hidden island location. A battle ensues. The Amazonians kick some ass, but not before they have some casualties. But they kick ass, though, just so everyone knows. And, yeah. Then,
Claire Underwood dies.
Yeah, and then Chris Pine's just like, well, you saved me. I guess I'll go to the bath and show you my naked body, my above-average naked body.
And I like how she's like, "What's that?" And he stops and thinks for a minute, and he's like, "It's a jacket." but
Yep.
like they make it seem like she's talking about his wiener
Yeah,
or a
Yeah.
watch, not a jacket, a watch.
watch.
That's a watch.
Yeah.
Which I want that bath at my house, by the way. The bath that he was in.
Oh yeah, that was
badass.
tight, man. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's a
But then,
panty
of
dropper
course-
bath right there for sure. That's a grotto, wasn't it?
But then
Yeah, it was.
so okay, well wait a minute though. I'm confused. I am confused about this culture. What I don't understand is that, she said what's that, which I know they're making reference of the watch, but clearly she's talking about his penis. Why
She's
is
not
it, though?
talking. I mean, because she knows about the reproductive. Obviously, you remember the so on there
Exactly.
when they
Yeah,
leave the island to
yeah.
go because the war is out there. And I gotta go fight the war. Yeah, they do this cutesy little boat sleeping with each other scene, and she's obviously well versed in the reproductive ways. So
And from a feminist standpoint too, like she talks about these books that say men are are better for nothing than reproductive. They can't really give you pleasure. You got to find it yourself.
yeah. Is what I said.
Yeah.
I yelled it out.
Whoever wrote that book obviously has had sex with Jordan because it's not really there for pleasure.
You're muted.
Yep, he muted himself. He's muted. Yep. He can't come
I'm
back.
unmuted now. I'm unmuted. My wife is very satisfied with our personal life, sir. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
So Wonder Woman
I'm
comes
all,
to
getting
Diana
all
Price
riled up now.
or Prince
Drinking my rum and I'm getting all pissed.
comes into the modern age, the modern world of 19 or at the dawn of or at the end of World War One, right?
Yeah, which I'm so happy about too, because to get a little bit geeky here, everybody does a movie about World War II. I actually really, really am fascinated by World War One. World War One is just so fucking crazy. I know a lot more men died in World War II, but World War One introduced trench warfare and gas, and it's just brutal.
Yeah,
And
fucking rough
we're
living,
getting-
man.
We're gonna get into the scene later, but one of the biggest things I've regretted in my 30 years of life is I should have been a history teacher, and I would have taught World War One, because we'll talk about this scene more in detail later. But the scene I'm trying to get at for my point is when they're at no man's land. That's literally how pretty much almost every battlefield looked like in World War One. So it's just like, wow, like who would ever want to fucking do that? But I really like the fact that it's set in World War One, because we get something that we don't get that often. But then we get introduced to the villains. We get Dr. Poison. What do you guys think about Dr. Poison?
I liked it. It just seemed realistic, like it just seemed like an actual threat. She seemed like she was just kind of focused on this work. I like the character a lot, and I like the Nazi guy too. Let me see if I can pull up his name here. Ludendorff, the German officer. I liked him too as the bad guy. He was a good presence. He played the Axeman in American Horror Story. That's how
I know,
remember
yeah,
him.
right. So he's been in Marvel and DC now.
But yeah, both villains I enjoyed very much. Like they seemed like they were still very very threatening, but still had very defeatable. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's yeah, like it wasn't like a physical threat. It was just kind of like a menacing threat. So I liked it a lot. I thought it was really dope. But then they had what was his name is fucking Harry Potter man.
Ares.
Yeah, Ares.
Ares.
Yeah, as the main bad guy, which I liked the Ares, but I don't think I would prefer that actor to play him. Oh man, why the hell can't I think of his name?
He feels like a I can't remember his name either, but he feels like a real like squirrely sort of like he when he was the, I don't want to say what, the ambassador or whatever the fuck he was, like that was the role that you're used to seeing that guy in.
Yeah, exactly.
The real sort of wormy good guy on the inside kind of guy.
David Thewlis, is that his name?
Yeah, that's it. Like, and he was like in Harry Potter and shit.
I remember from the Island of Dr. Moreau. Dr. Moreau, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
love the Alan from Dr. Monroe, but anyway.
Yeah, he played Remus Lupin
But,
in Harry Potter.
Yeah, yeah. That role caught me off guard. Like I didn't expect him to be Ares. I didn't expect anybody to be Ares, but at the same time, the fact that they did introduce it, like I did not expect it to be that dude.
I kind of
No,
had a
yeah, I didn't
hunch
expect it to be
towards
that
the
dude
end. Yeah, I kind of had a hunch towards the end after she, maybe after she killed Ludendorff, and she was just like, "What? Like, I thought this was the end." I was like, you know what? I bet she was fucking Remus Lupin over there.
My wife called it. She halfway through the movie. It was after the scene in the movie where they're on the phone after they get done with No Man's Land and they call London and they talk to the secretary and then he's there.
Yeah.
And my wife nudges me after the scene and she goes, I bet you that he's the bad guy. I bet you he's Ares. I don't trust him. And I was like, what? He's fine. He's Harry Potter, dude. He's no big deal. Sure enough, I was like, man, my wife is fucking smart. Like, I didn't see that one, but no. Okay, so let's get into my favorite group of scenes here. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not. No Man's Land is fucking gorgeous.
Awesome part of the movie. Yeah.
It's so cinematically, it's shot beautifully. I love the battlefield. I love the fact that they give you some background too, when they were like, "Oh, you know, it's no man's land because you can't cross it because these Allied soldiers have been living in these trenches for over a year because every time you stick your head out, you get fucking destroyed." And you have women with children in there. It was awesome. Now, of course, she had that cheesy moment of her turning her head down and putting on her crown and going, "We're gonna kick some ass." But you know, that moment was worth it, and she deserved that moment. That scene was great.
Yeah, I agree. You know, and I actually was on the edge of my seat through that whole thing, knowing what was going to happen the whole time. But you know, it was actually kind of beautiful the way they did it. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of death and everything, and you know, but them just sort of drudging through the mud, especially after the victory, like everybody's just muddy. You know, they're not real clean. They at least gave some authenticity to it in that direction. You know, and then like she goes up and she's like fighting everybody and doing her thing, and then you know the good guys really, you know, they start to follow and you know fight with against the Germans and everything. So like it was pretty cool. Like I agree. I think it was like one of the most beautiful scenes in the whole series. It was kind of corny though, like because when like Chris Pine obviously saw in the battle of like when they were on the Amazonian island, like he saw her like, "Hey, shield," you know, and they jumped. It's like she jumped on the shield and like
Yeah.
whatnot. Like that was kind of corny. But at the
Well, a
same
lot of
time,
parts of this movie were corny that I had thought, and there's actually I pulled up the list, like the Notebook that Chris Pine had taken from Doctor Poison, how it did not get wet after he crashed into the ocean and had it on his
yeah,
person. So like that thing you think would
Valid.
be destroyed. To that the German ship, the naval ship that pulled into the island's range, like that is fucking like big old fucking 50 cal on it, you know, like those got some bigger, you know, those got some huge fucking shells on there probably, and probably could light that shit up. And
yeah,
where did that ship go? Like
just disappeared.
are they
I
shooting arrows
actually,
at it?
to be honest with you, I I think it fucking sank when the
It
Wonder
looked like
Woman
it was
comes
going
out
down,
on
right?
because when Wonder Woman comes back out on video on demand or whatever, you need to watch that scene again because it looked like that big huge ship was
Yeah, it looked like it was tilted.
going over. It looked like it was getting
Uh,
fucked up. We just never saw the ending result. You're right though.
why did the Amazons let Steve live when like all they know is the enemy pretty much looks just like him, exactly wearing the same shit as him because he's a spy.
Mm.
You know, so like
Because
why?
they had the lasso of truth that told. I
Yeah,
don't know. I
they
mean,
told
like,
the truth. The lasso of truth told like they knew. He
So they
told
kill
the
everyone
truth.
else on the spot, but not him. Okay.
Well,
well,
but
I mean,
it was
like,
she. No, Wonder Woman. Diana defends him and like, no, he fought along our side. He was on our side. He fought against them.
I get it. I think they're, you know.
I mean, Eric, you're right. They kind of shoehorned the fact that that the women did not kill
I'm.
him.
It's a dumb
But
complaint. It's moving the story along, but I'm just saying, like in that same part
you're right.
of yours, it's a movie. Move past it. Let's go.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, you're right. It definitely had some issues with that, but no complaint with me with No Man's Land. But my big complaint with the movie is Chris Pine is teaching her how to dance, and she's making fun of how us humans dance. And it starts to snow. Very beautiful scenery, very rom-commy. And then they're in the bedroom, and it's the did they or did they not thing, and that pissed me off. The reason why it pissed me off was because we have a strong female leading role into a movie, and of course we have to get some sex in it, right? Like there's just no reason. This movie has no reason to have sex in it. There's no sex
No.
scene in it.
But it's
They
supposed
kiss,
to
and that's
humanize
it.
her. It's supposed to humanize her because she's falling in love and she's gonna learn from it. I think that's only
Yeah,
like the whole power of love. It's one of those weird things where maybe it like gives her that extra boost to where she goes Super Saiyan at the end of the movie
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
but
because she's like,
right
"Oh, I
there though,
lost him."
to be a little feminist here, that with that theory, that means that she got seduced by the almighty penis. You don't see Bruce Willis in a big building
Well,
saying,
again,
"Oh, I
not
just
just
killed a bunch of
any.
terrorists. I'm gonna bang a chick."
You got
You know what I
Chris
mean?
Pines though. I mean,
Yeah, it's
she's
I
Chris
understand
Pine's
that,
wiener.
but all serious no. Big debate on this one though. You don't see Bruce Willis or Clint Eastwood or any of those big Hollywood actors, uh, big men Hollywood actors. You don't see Bruce Willis in the Nakatomi Plaza going, "Well, I just killed 10 terrorists. I'm gonna bang somebody right now, just so I can get stronger."
That would totally be an adrenaline rush.
I get that, but it's like, does this kiss scene, does this implied sex scene need to happen in the movie? Because it's just to me, it's showing the only way that she can be connected to him is by fucking him.
Look,
Which really there's no need
they had a
for.
moment. Don't be
bro,
so cynical.
every single movie ever has some sort of love interest. Even fucking Superman has Lois Lane. He doesn't bang her, but like there's a love interest. The only reason he doesn't bang her is because he knows he would, if he shot a load into her, it would
Yeah.
like she would die.
And that's why he fucks
You know what I
Wonder Woman
mean? Like,
instead.
yeah, because it's the only woman he could fuck. Batman. I mean, you know what I mean? There's multiple lovers for Batman, and that's just DC. You know,
So
even
then I guess
fucking,
I'm crazy.
you know,
Spider-Man.
Even Deadpool fucks chicks and dudes.
Even Wolverine's got a bitch.
Yeah, so like there's in every movie ever, even especially comic books, there's a love interest, and it just so happens to be, you know, the motorcycle riding Chris Pine.
So you guys do not think that my theory of she got seduced by the almighty penis was
No, she fell in
unnecessary?
love. She fell in love.
Well, fuck the love thing. I'm just telling you, like, do you think, because that's how I read it, was okay, she's a strong ass warrior. She gets some balls deep in some Chris Pine dick,
Mm.
and now she's just a badass. Do you know what I mean? Like,
No, she's always been a badass.
That's the fuel that she needed.
That's the feel that she needed was some
It's like
Chris
it's like a
Pine
it's like
sperm,
a
man.
yeah. His lovemaking is equivalent to a shot of vitamin B in your butt. Yeah.
All right, all right.
Well, here's what I want to know. Because she's an
Chris Pine's baby.
Amazon,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
she's an Amazon, you know what I mean? Like, is he satisfactory? Apparently so. Like, she falls in love with him.
Snoo. From Futurama.
Which, by the way, that would make you feel great as a man, right?
That you
I mean,
fucked a
like,
god?
you're banging one. Yeah, I mean,
Maybe that's why he
like,
killed
like,
himself,
You
'cause
bang
he's-
Wonder Woman, and
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's like, you know what? That was pretty good. Thank you.
That's what it is. He killed himself after
Right?
because he's
That'd
just
be
like,
great.
oh man, no way I'm gonna be able to top that. Like,
Yeah, I could never fuck anybody else other than a god.
yeah. So he's just like, yeah, my standards have gone overboard. I got a problem. I need to kill myself. he hit an epic quote though. Good for him. The goodbye quote where I'll save today, you'll save the world.
Mm-hmm.
Very very noble.
That's a great line.
Yeah. So
That is
really cool.
equal to with great power comes great responsibility.
Mm-hmm. It was a really cool quote. Just in the heat of the battle too. Again, she's just Wonder Woman's a badass, man. I think she did a really good job in this movie. The way they cleaned out the village too, just going through like the trench warfare. Yeah, exactly. Like highlight of the movie. The way they did like these shots where it was like kind of like this slow, a panel shot almost, and it is really cool the way that they did it. Um,
Here, real quick, I just want to pause on something that I found to be a little bit of a goof. In that scene where they're like dancing and we're in that little village there. How is all of a sudden the power back on?
Maybe they got
Like
generators. I don't know.
they
We
didn't
never knew the power was off because the attack was during the day. We never saw it
well,
at night.
but
We don't
but the
know.
power would be off. First of all, back then, like the electricity was very sparse, and they wouldn't have had it to begin with. But all of a sudden, this bar has it.
Oh, you know what? Like in that same regard too, because you remind me of that. Is that when um, they get to London, fresh off the Amazon island, they are recruiting a team to be covert and go in and take our main character, Wonder Woman, to the front line so she can battle Ares.
Mhm.
Anyway, so they get their group assembled. They get and they go, but they had the sharpshooter who and they talked up like a badass. Did shit the entire movie. He just looked through
Yeah,
the scope
he didn't have a
and he
redeeming
sang.
moment.
No, he sang. That's about it.
Yeah,
I think they were commenting on PTSD, but I've seen this actor before too. He got killed off pretty quickly in Alien versus Predator.
He's one of those guys.
oh,
Hmm.
You know, one of those guys.
yeah. But like a character like that, you have to give a redeeming moment to. I don't think they did. And
N-
the chief was like an ancillary character. He stole a car,
Yeah,
and he had one on point joke about the American Indians and what people did to him, and
But that was his purpose, though. I mean, that was his purpose because that was him teaching Diana about how humanity can become one after a bad tragedy. Because she says, "Who killed your people?" And he said, "His people."
yeah.
So I mean, that's the whole point: is to not only show her love, but to show her that humanity is not that evil as she's led to believe.
Okay, I mean,
I
I'll take that. I'll take that.
I do like also how everyone who encounters Diana, they're just like, oh well, you're fucking smoking hot. Hey, how are you? You're
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
You're great. You're just great.
Right.
They get
Get
they
I
would
mean,
do the
like,
modern day equivalent of
awestruck.
liking her on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't blame him. I'd
nice.
probably do the same thing. Just like, hi.
Whoa.
Really?
You,
Really? I would have gone on. By the way, Eric, what year were you born?
84.
She is a year younger than you.
Ooh.
And she's married with kids, huh?
She's two children. She was born in 1985. She's 32 years old.
Jeez.
Well, boys, I think I got a chance. If you're listening to this right now,
Well, we
gal,
we know she puts out.
I know you are listening.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Let me know. Hit me out. Let's tweet sometimes. It's
Because
do some
we
DMs, I
got her
guess.
for an interview.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think we can get along.
Hmm. Hmm. So we get into the big climactic fight, and Dr. Poison and the other bad guy
Ludendorff.
is going to release this gas. Yes, who is going to release this gas that's more powerful than your traditional gas, which will eat through a gas mask and kill you. But she gets a fight with him. She kills him thinking that he is Zeus. Turns out it's the guy from Harry Potter 3 who's Zeus.
Ares.
I'm not Zeus, Ares. Ares. And then we get an Ares versus Wonder Woman fight. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Again, I don't know anything about Wonder Woman. I can only judge the movie from what I saw.
Sure.
But once he transformed into Ares, it was like, what the fuck am I watching? I got a little pissed off because I felt like the movie kind of jumped the shark a little bit.
Yeah, it got a little
Be-
meh. It got a little Hulk at that point, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys know what I mean by that from those movies. how it ended. It's just like, yeah,
I mean, like,
it's like this is a big villain, you know.
yeah, and it's like, he automatically, destroys the God Killer sword, which, surprise, the God Killer sword's not the God Killer. She's the God Killer because only a God can kill a God.
Yeah.
We've heard that 1,000 times. But, so she fights him, mano a mano, but the moment where the movie lost me is when he came out of the fire all in the Ares God of War armor getup. And I was
Looks
like, there's a guy
sweet,
with a
by the
mustache
way.
underneath this.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Right? It's just,
It goes together with
I
the
was like,
mustache underneath.
no.
That's a good call.
You know what I mean? And then, and of course, not only is there a guy with the mustache underneath this, but the actor is skinny as fuck. So it's
Well.
like, watching a Wonder Woman movie, I
Camouflage
guess
bra.
the suspension of disbelief on this one. But this movie was 21 minutes too long. This movie should not have been 2 hours and 21 minutes.
Yeah,
It
good
was,
call.
that ending battle was just way too long.
Okay. I think you maybe agree with you there. I mean, a few of these DC movies seem to be having this thing where the villains are too big for the first movie. I feel like that's where they did it wrong with Suicide Squad as well, where Enchantress seemed to be too big of a villain for your first movie. I feel the same way about Batman v Superman. I feel that Doomsday was too big of a villain for that movie. It should have focused a little bit more on something else. But that's just how I feel. And same with Ares. It was too big for the movie. But it was still fun. Like I still get to see a lot of action. The whole Power of the Love thing towards the end where she's losing and then she remembers that he died. Chris Pine died, and then she's finds the power within, and then beats the shit out of Iris and defeats him that way. But sure, whatever the hell, But that seemed very very much like I've seen it 10 times before from other movies just like this
Right?
one.
Right. And that was one of my last questions. One of my last questions I have for you guys was, the Chris Pine death, was it A, expected, and B, was it deserved? Because it was like, somebody has to die.
First off, boys, no
But does it
body,
have to
no
be
death. No body, no death.
true, no body, no death? But I mean, was he going to go back as the Winter Soldier Part 2? I just,
A member of Hydra.
You never know. If they're running out of ideas, we might see something else. But no, we're presuming he's dead right now, and
no, I mean, like, yeah, we're presuming he's dead.
no, I didn't. I
just,
didn't expect it, but I actually am happy that it happened that way.
and then the last thing is that they're saying that humanity, from what I get from the movie, is they're saying that humanity's fucked up and goes to war and kills each other because Ares is in our brain going, hey, fuck that guy. He just cut you off. You should go kill him. So they kind of fucked themselves by doing World War I, right? Because we're going to get World War II in the 40s.
I mean,
Well, no, I mean,
So is Ares
the movie,
not dead or
no,
what?
the movie revolved around that one picture. The picture from the Batman versus Superman movie.
Yeah, the one that Lex Luthor
I
had.
get that.
Yeah,
No,
and
yeah,
in the
I
movie,
get that.
the movie opens up with you don't see Batman or anything like that, but the movie opens up with Wayne Enterprises' van pulling up to her office, and she gets an envelope with the original, and Bruce Wayne, wrote her a note, says, "I found the original. I bet I want tell me that I'd like to hear the story or whatever the hell fucking says." Then the whole movie is a flashback of her remembering that moment leading up to that picture and the aftermath of her first love.
Which is fine, but I'm just asking, though, is Ares actually dead because we get World War II? Are they saying that every war that's fought is because of Ares? That's
No,
what I'm just trying to
she'll
get at.
find that there's more evil in the world besides just Ares. So
Okay.
that's I mean she's gonna have to. She's about to meet Darkseid and shit, man. So she.
Yeah. I mean, are we getting more than one
Because-
Wonder Woman movie or something?
Oh
no,
yeah.
we're not. Because no,
We're not gonna get another
Absolutely
Wonder
not.
Woman.
No, I have it right here. Let me pull it back up here. Here we go. Kind of off subject. Sorry, fans, but these are the movies in order in which that's coming out after. So we got Justice League coming out this year, Aquaman in 18, and then we got Shazam.
The
Then
Shaq
we have
movie
a
remake that never
Cyborg
existed.
movie. Yeah. With The Rock playing Shazam, by the way. Then we have a Cyborg movie,
Yeah.
and then we have Green Lantern Corps, and then Untitled Justice League Part 2, The Flash, Justice League Part 3, The Batman, Superman, Suicide Squad 2, Gotham Sirens, Black Adam, which I don't know what that is, Nightwing, and then they're going to end it with Batgirl.
They're gonna do a Nightwing
That's
and
in
a
order of
Batgirl
what's
movie.
happening. Uh-huh.
Nightwing, Jesus.
I wouldn't. We'll see
that's
about
pulling.
Nightwing. Who they got to play Nightwing? That's a tough one. That's a toughie, boy. I don't know who the hell they're gonna get to. Who the fuck would play a good Nightwing?
Well, wasn't that supposed to be Joseph Gordon-Levitt, or is that no? No.
Well, isn't Nightwing a Batman character?
It's a grown up Robin, solo Robin.
Yeah,
Nightwing is the
that's
original
right.
Robin.
Yeah, Dick Grayson. It's Dick Grayson grown up into
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's right.
So that's an order. They're not doing what Marvel is doing, where they're going to release like Wonder Woman Part 2 or 3. They're just going to have all these one-off movies. And it looks like
They're gonna make a sequel, man. Look at the money.
Yeah, how could they not? It made fucking
Joss
$200
Whedon.
million in a weekend.
Josh Whedon is actually writing the Batgirl movie.
Well, Joss Whedon, well, first of all, I don't know if he's allowed. Is he allowed?
He did Avengers.
It says it right here. It says he's doing. It says that he was hired to write, direct, and produce Batgirl film.
All right. Well.
What-
I mean,
What did he? I mean, other than obviously, other than like the known things, like not talking Avengers and Buffy. There's something Joss Whedon did with Batgirl. I'm trying to think what the fuck it was.
He did nothing with Batgirl that I know. But so anyway, guys, to answer your question, we're going. I mean, like we're not even. I mean, like we got our Aquaman movie coming out. So what DC is doing, and this is a good way to kind of end the review of Wonder Woman, is that DC clearly is playing catch up. They're introducing Justice League way too fast, and they're not going to give us other sequels because there is another movie in between Wonder Woman 1 and Batman vs Superman and Justice League. I mean, like there has to be another Wonder Woman story. There has to be. They're just not going to make it.
I'm sure they could tie it in somewhere.
And
I mean, they're doing it just fine with Thor because you have Thor Ragnarok coming out soon.
which is the only Thor movie that I actually am going to see in theaters because that looks fucking great. But that's me. So
Now, did you guys happen to see the preview for that movie? By the way,
yeah, it looks
Thor,
great.
yeah.
It's totally from the 80s.
are they doing Planet Hulk? Are they introducing Planet Hulk?
That seems to be what the rumor mill is,
That's fucking sweet.
which would be really cool. I like that whole storyline was really cool. And when he
Mhm.
comes back too, World War Hulk has always been my favorite. I've talked it up many times.
Yeah, you did.
Fantastic. But
Let's get into our final review here if you guys want to.
sure.
Ed, how much money would you spend to see Wonder Woman?
Honestly, I think just to give my answer quickly, I'd pay for IMAX. I'd go, more than full price. I'd pay IMAX for this. I saw it in a regular theater. I didn't see it in 3D. I didn't see it in IMAX or anything like that. I mean, but I think the movie. I think we touched on it. I think the movie went a little long. It dragged a little bit, but so far that tends to be the case for these DC movies. And you're right, Jordan. They are playing catch up to Marvel. Marvel's been doing this for like 10 years, but DC has gotten their act together. I mean, the movies they've made, are good. I mean, the Man of Steel wasn't great, but Superman's never translated the film. The Batman movies, the Batman versus Superman movie, I thought was okay. I think this is the best of them thus far. It was well acted in. It was well produced. Cinematography was great. The characters knew where they were going. The characters knew their direction, so it was well directed. I don't have a negative thing to say about the movie itself, other than it was a little long, and so it was a little campy. But it's a fucking comic book movie. Like, how can you not have campiness when you have an Amazonian half god, half princess with a fucking lasso that in a shield? Like, how can you not be campy about that?
Just
So,
whipping that thing
uh,
around like it. Woo!
yeah. So
Like a circus act.
yeah. I mean, so it is what it is in that regard, but. Again, maybe that's campy. Maybe there's no other direction to go. There's nothing else you can do. So, all in, I think it's well done. We talked about great characters, and it was well done. So I'm giving this full price plus. IMAX.
Eric, what do you give Wonder Woman? How much money would you pay?
I'd pay full price for this. I would. I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was just a good superhero popcorn movie, like just plain and simple, man. I killed a bag of popcorn when I watched this. It was fine. I was a little meh about the 2.5 hour, the 2 hour 20 minute tagline to it. Yeah, that doesn't. If that bothers you, then you can definitely wait for a DVD on this one. But I mean, I enjoyed it in the theaters. I mean, the fight scenes were just dope as shit. Like the story moved forward. Like there was humor in it that was actually funny humor. It was cutesy humor. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I would say definitely pay full price. I I don't know about like any 3D or anything like that. I don't think you need to go that far. Even though like some parts did look really dope. So if you were to do it in 3D, like at least get a good seat so you can get the full experience. If I was in the seats that I was in and I had 3D, I think that'd be really really cool because that's like one of those where it's an experience. It's get the full field of vision, and that would be pretty cool, especially like doing that fight scene with Ares at the end. But for sure, I definitely go see this one. I think it's really cool, and putting the vote for a strong female character, and she just did awesome job. I mean, this is gonna put a lot of pressure on Captain Marvel, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
absolutely.
And also Gotham Sirens in the future. So we'll
There you
see what
go.
they do with it. But I'm gonna give this one full price as well. I was definitely happy with the money that I spent with it. I was entertained. Uh, this movie's not bad. I said in the beginning before we recorded that this movie has a 92% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't know if I 100% agree with that. The movie has issues, but this is, and I think we all can agree, the second best DC film outside of Batman. I mean, this is good.
That Batman's not
So
a part of the universe apparently.
no, I mean, Dark Knight and stuff's not. But I'm just saying, out of the Batman films, which have been the most successful out of the DC movies, this one has become the second most successful, which I'm happy about. So DC can make a good movie. They just need to get their heads out of their asses and make good movies, and don't give us Green Lantern. Just don't do it.
I love the first
But
Green Lantern movie.
what anyway? But so overall, we're gonna give Wonder Woman full price. Definitely check this one out. It's definitely a movie that everybody should see. But next week we got a fun movie to watch. A movie that I've been really excited for. We're gonna be reviewing The Mummy,
Mm-hmm.
starring Tom Cruise.
All
Getting
right.
into the new Universal Monster Universe with Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll. That's gonna be interesting.
Oh, that'll be dope. I don't mind Russell Crowe.
So
He won me
Dr.
over in the Nice Guys.
Right? Oh my God, he's great. Um, but we're gonna be reviewing that one next week. And we have some more interviews coming up this summer as well, so be on the lookout for that. And also, we'll be getting together live in the future, fans, for another recorded episode, hopefully. So there'll be a lot of great things going on this summer. I'm excited. I know everybody else is. So we're excited to give this to you. But if you like this episode, make sure to check us out on Podbean, which is movieguyspodcast.podbean.com. Check us out on movieguyspodcast.com, BeRealNetwork.com, and also on iTunes, search Movie Guys Podcast. But Eric and Ed, thank you so much for joining me. And we'll talk to you everybody next week for The Mummy. Have a good night.